Hi, I'm Pierre Gobilliard, Lighting Supervisor at Rodeo FX.
I'm Raphael Letertre, DFX Supervisor at Rodeo FX.
Today we're going to talk about the Sandman, the throne room, how we light it.
Check this out.
That is my purpose and my function.
On the Sandman, the original brief was to build the throne room that in a way represent like the energy or the magic of Morpheus. What is interesting is for multiple episodes, it needs to have different states, what we call the pristine version and also the destroyed version. And the asset needs to be able to do multiple type of things for all of those. The idea was to save time by using the same asset. So the first work was to build the asset clean. So basically using the lighter scan provided and making sure that all the floor was at the right place, the columns are in the right place. And after that, a massive job was to destroy the entire place. Client mentioned that we wanted to have the destroyed version go back to the clean version. And since we don't know how this thing will be played out, we decide to build the entire place in a way that we can destroy it and rebuild it. Actually, when you see the destruction, every pebbles or even like mortar that has been collapsed on the ground can actually go back to its original place.
So the plate we received was shot on location. So we kept it at the origin. I believe we were thinking to keep a part of it, but as we progress on our work, we did keep less and less, and by the end I think there is only the character and maybe the shadow that's remained.
Yeah, actually even the shadow are replaced because as soon as you have debris on the ground, well, obviously we need to replace the shadows.
Well, it was a difficult job because we had to match the plate for the characters, but also match the concept for the environment. So we had a bit of tweaking in there. We started with matching the plate for the whole thing, and then moved on to match the concept on the church itself, on the throne room.
In a way, the throne room can represent Morpheus because it's his creation. So the more and more you pull out energy from Morpheus, the throne room collapsed and detached into like different pieces.
Until I left my kingdom to pursue a rogue nightmare.
The stained glass is actually a portal to another dimension. So the sun is coming through these windows, through the stained glass, from another location. So it's not a light source as per se, but it's a window. It's acting like a window. Yeah. The first challenge for us was to get these beams to have the volumetric lights colored, and then when they explode, to keep these beams of light, these volumetric lights consistent throughout, even though there is no wall and anything else to cast shadows.
You can imagine that the throne room was inside a box with little hole.
Oh yeah, that's
just
exactly
to specifically have the beam light going there.
At the end of the destruction of John, I think when the final state of the destruction from John, when things are slowly floating into the air, at that point I had to spend quite some time to place all the beams of light here. But by the end, with the work of FX and comp, I think it's looking really nice.
Yes.
Really cool shots.
Burn away your life. You must stop.
What is special in Sandman, well, basically in the throne room is usually you light like a character, but actually in the throne room, the
room is a hero.
The room is almost like a character, and specifically when you look at the three stained glass behind the throne room, I remember that you and your team, you worked quite a lot just to bring the right amount of God rays and all that stuff.
It was a big challenge to get the correct amount, not too much, but enough so comp could play with it and keep the continuity, because when we placed the character that were shot with the beams of light from the actual church in England, we need to match that as well.
So if I think something special about the throne room is really that the light is super important, because it's basically like a church. It have like this kind of a special kind of
magic
look. Yeah, it needs to be magic and somehow kind of dead, but not really. Or at least when it's destroyed.
Your life and your lives end now.